So, hello guys, I know it's been a long time. How long? I think a month? Yeah, since I've uploaded a video. Actually, I have uploaded a video in the between. It was like with my guitar. I tried uploading Hotel California. But so here's the thing. When I tried doing that, I got into this copyright conflict thing, and then the video got banned from a lot of countries, and unless you're from India or anywhere else except for North America, I think that's where it got banned from. Then you might be able to see that video on my channel. Otherwise, I can't. Anyone else in NA cannot see it except for me and from my channel. So yeah, and I've also been caught up with a lot of things. So I was also building this web app in my hackathon thing. So if you want to check that out, I built that with my team. I'll leave the link to my app in the description below. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So today, I'm doing something out of the ordinary. So yeah. So today we'll be using Atom, which is another editor. It's almost just as good, also not just as good at the same time. It's just an FYI. Good to know, you know, the more you know. So this is the Pong Game, as I had it before. We're willing to recreate this, but this time, we're just gonna bring the sounds and the index.html file. And the style. We mainly work in the sketch file, so you could just ignore that. Let's just bring it over. Oh, I didn't even do it. Come on, I'm so dumb. Don't judge me, please. Everything's fine. Everything's under control. It's just like me being stupid, you know? That happens all the time. It's been happening for 12 years. Alright, so Control C. And then, so I want this to be the same thing. You know what I mean, I hope. I'm gonna replace all that with this. How do I know which is which? Oh my god. Let's just move ahead, you know? It might be the same thing, it might not, no one actually cares. So hit .mp3. Oh god. I didn't mean to see that. I'm pretty sure you didn't either. Wait. Oh yeah. Let's just delete all that for now. Now we just have, let's just have the basic thing. Create canvas. I'm gonna give the template in my GitHub in the link below. You can click on that and clone it, so you wouldn't have to download all of these. It will download the MP3 file and everything for you, so everything will be fine. I hope. You know, nothing for sure here. All right. Let's see. Styles.css score MP3. Yeah, whatever. So everything is in here, perfect. Now all we need to do is just get straight to work. So first of all, let's think about it. We'd have two pedals. Let's code as we think, you know? Then we'd waste less time. So there would be a computer pedal and a player pedal. The player pedal would be controlled with either, not the mouse. The mouse seems kind of unfair, you know. We could use the arrow keys or WS because it won't go sideways, so we just up and down WS in this case. And then there would be the ball, of course. You could do all that. No. Yeah. Now, what do? We have player paddle, computer paddle, ball paddle. So now we could just make them as sprites. Wait, am I even recording, sir? Hello? I think I am. Yeah, whatever. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Alright, so here we want to say, player paddle is equal to create sprite. So we create it as sprites. Player paddle, for now it's just going to be static, you know? 375, just an offset of 25, you know? And then, exposition 200. We're hard coding, yes, I know, don't be so mean. No comment sections. Everything's fine. Everything's in control. We're not doing something really advanced or anything. This is actually the simplest game I could come up with. And so that's why I'm doing it at this stage. You would be making a lot of stuff like Angry Birds. Yeah. I don't know if you have heard about them. Like the actual, or have you ever played the original game? I don't know. It used to be the best game in my opinion. But now there's a lot of things like Fortnite and stuff. We're not going to be building those, of course. We might though. Yeah, whatever. So player paddle, computer paddle, different positions, everything's checked. Alright, now ball. So ball, where is the ball going to be? Let's just keep those away for now. Before we forget, let's just draw sprites to display all the sprites, or else they wouldn't show up, and that would be our worst nightmare and a waste of your time. So this would be in the middle, 200, 200. Let's make it that thick and that tall, I guess. Alright. I'm gonna keep them together. Yeah. Alright, so let's check the output. Oh, I'm expecting output and I haven't even started web server. By the way, that's an extension from Chrome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the first video first. So click on my image below and then go to my stuff and then you'll find it over there, okay? Alright. What do we have here? Oh, the problem is still here. We can do something really quick to solve that. Can't create canvas 1. So for all we know, it is actually working. And that is good news, in my opinion at least. I don't know about you. Alright, so 100, 375, that's in your dreams. That's now gonna be 90. And actually, that's way too less. I hate working with such small spaces, you know? 5. 25, 25, 5, 200, 200 in your dreams, mate. It is now officially 50-50. There's a 50-50 chance. $200. Any 200s shall be converted into 50s. Now if we check that out. It's working, but the pedals are way off. And they're way too thick in my opinion, at least. 2.5. Let's try that. That's way too thin. Okay. Oh my god. I tried something. It didn't work. So just in case if you want to help me down in the comments, just tell me how to select different stuff. You can do that with Control, and in Visual Studio Code you can do that with Alt. If you want to really help me out, you could just say that in the comment section. What's that for Adam, you know? 90 and then this 10. Okay, but now the thing is, oh no, we don't want that. So now, the paddles are way too big. I don't know about you, but they are actually really big. 25, a fourth of the screen, how's that? That's actually much more of a reasonable one, alright? Okay. Let's just change the background to a lighter one. I know I did say darker, like, I'm not gonna change the colors of the objects, so like, hate me if you wanna, I really don't care right at this moment. Okay, so now, what do we want? First of all, we want a function key pressed. Right, we could potentially seek advice from our previous code. If I try opening this, it won't open, would it? Let's open that with, actually, let's just open that with Visual Studio Code, whatever. If I open that, no way, that's all we do. That we already did everything over here. Seems like the previous me was stupid as well. Oh, no wonder. I was opening it from a different place. Now if I open it from here, it should be working. Oh my god, why am I like this? Hello, can I open the file? Sir? Open with brackets, I don't care. Code the web, whatever. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. So we do all this in this, we do tons of things in here. It's full of loops and if statements and conditions and other stuff. So first of all, let's just try to make the ball move with our oh my god, I lost my words. So let's just try to make our paddle move along with us. Key down. So we are going to be using key down, I think. Oh god. I'm really sleepy today, I don't know why. I'm just straight up confused right now. You know what? Let's just move on. Let's not look at that, because that's just confusing me even more. So we want an if condition. Say that if key down, then the ASCII value of, and then up arrow, or key down. What was the ASCII values? Key down p5.js. Keys down, alright, whatever. Alright. Cool. Keys down 109. So we just put the ASCII values. What is the ASCII values of W. ASCII code. So this is, just in case you didn't know, this is like the code for every key on your keyboard. Yes, it actually is 87. 87 it is. So if key down 87, we want our player pedal dot Y to be incrementing by increment or decrement? I think it's decrement because it's moving up. Yes, it is natural to think. I think it's this. So minus equals, let's decrease it by 5. So now if we check this, it's working, it's going up. We would have to do the same thing. You could just use an else if, you know. Right, so an else if saying, so this one's for the going down motion. Say key down. We want down arrow. We don't need the ASCII values for this one because like it is already constant. It's like already defined as a constant. And then I mean we could technically just do this, you know? So like come up here and say const W is equal to 87. No, I could just write W over there and it would do the same thing, I think. No, we could just do S, and let's go check out, oh my god, where did it go? It's just disappeared the window. Yeah, W3 schools, this is like the best, like most reliable thing to rely upon. 83. So 83. Alright. Key down S. Then what should happen? Then if all that happens, then player pedal. Now we want it to increment, so it will go down. Make that 5. I don't know about you, but it seems like let's just space things out a little bit, you know. Actually, it's fine as is. So it's probably moving a bit too fast in my opinion. I'll just make it 3. So now let's check it. Down arrow. Did I do it properly? Player pedal dot Y. I forgot to add the dot Y. Which acts. Now you see it's working. So yeah. Alright. That's all the movements we want. We also, for now, we can just say computer paddle.y is equal to ball.y. So whenever the ball like goes to the computer side, it will actually always be with the computer paddle. So it will never like the computer will never miss, alright? It's like impossible to defeat the computer now. Right. So now let's go back to brackets for like just to see what's up. It's just my face that I dragged. Right. So here, what do we have? Right. So everything here. User paddle, that's just player paddle. Alright. We also want to start the game by something, right? So we want to start the game. So we will have another if condition saying if key down, this time space. So like if we press space, I'm just gonna const them out just in case, you know, they might be defined as an easier way, like, we'll just do it like that. Actually, I'll just call it SP. SP space, come on, where are you, space? It's hard to find space because, like, I don't know how, oh, 32. There we go, 32. So now if key down SP, then we want the ball to move in the x-axis. Let's say we want it to move directly at the player paddle, you know? Then ball dot y, like maybe slightly downwards as well. Now let's check it out. Alright, that's moving, everything's fine. Now if we press space, you see it's working, like the computer paddle is also working, you see? It's like, but still, there's like a lot of bugs, and yeah. Okay. For this, we could just use, hold on, 1 second. Space and game state. Or we could just use velocity X and velocity Y, so we wouldn't have to, you know, keep pressing them. So ball dot velocity X, velocity Y. I actually didn't work in P5 for a while. I was just doing some other stuff. So now you see it's going pretty fast, and we don't want it to go that fast. So we could just scale it down and pull it down. Now it should be moving like directly here, like I think it would move like right here. It still doesn't matter because it's like see-through or like go through or whatever you want to call it through. So we would, now if we think about it, we also need a score, right? And we would also need a game state. So game states are technically just game states are variables which store the state of the game. Because like if you think about it, this game should have two states. The serve state, where it should say press space to serve. So like, and then there would be a play state where the player is playing the game, and then the game over state. So like where the game is over, and in this case the computer can't lose, so the player loses. Game state started at serve, so we have this as serve. So just in case, so we would be changing the game state, right? And the game state is equal to, I think it was a triple, it was a really strict one. No, it wasn't. Alright. So that really shouldn't change anything for now. So it doesn't change anything for now. I think there's a lag. I'm lagging. So now if I go over there, let's see, what else could we do? Yeah. So now we want the game state to switch over. So after, oh god, I hate caps lock. Game state is equal to play. So now whenever the we press space, we make the game state to play. So it's not serve anymore. And then if you press play again, it won't do this, right? Over again. Right. So now what do we do? User paddle.y is equal to world.mouse.y. We're not doing that in here. We're using the keys. So no wonder I couldn't find that if statement and I was confused. So user.paddle, whatever. So let's see, what are player score, computer score. Alright. We would also need player score, computer score then, to keep track of the scores. I don't even know why there's a computer score. The computer score Oh yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. Just forget whatever I was about to say or saying. So, okay. We have this. We want these to be initialized as 0. We could just move this part into here. Control V. And just say state is equal to serve. Now we also want to initialize those, you know. I'm just looking at previous records. So like, yeah, I know it's not that impressive and stuff, yeah. Still, you get to build this and like, you know, you get to learn about if statements if you didn't know about them. Cause like I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about them earlier. I talked about loops before if statements. I'm officially the dumbest person. Right, everything's fine, whatever. Okay. Now we want the computer score and like a logic for computer scores or the... So if you don't understand what I'm doing is like... So let's think about it right here. If the ball goes behind the... You know what? Let's just move these even further behind. Oh shoot, a rat. Sorry. Can't help it. Wait, what? I think I messed up somewhere here. Let's go check the console. Unexpected token. Where? Sketch 38. Oh yeah. Now if we reload this. Yeah, that's much better. Right. So we want... So if you think about it, whenever the ball crosses over the limit of this, which is 100, so this is 100 in the x-axis. So if ball crosses over 100... Why is my mouse flickering so much? This is so weird. This actually never happens. Anyway, so like whenever the ball moves over 100, then the computer score should update. And if the ball goes over 0, like less than 0, then the player score should update, right? If you think about it. Because like our goal is to make the computer not be able to hold this, you know? So if ball.x is more than 100, then computer score plus. So that just means it's increasing by 2. I mean by 1, whatever. So it goes over there. Here I wrote else. But that doesn't make sense, does it? So all the time it will be increasing. So I could just say, if not, but if that's not the case, and ball.x is less than 0, then player score plus. Now if we check that out, oh, we can't actually see anything, so we'll just console log both of them. So this is another reason why you could use console log if you don't already. So we don't need to log the player score because it will always remain at 0. So console log computer score. Now if I come over here, you see it's like a loop and it's constantly increasing. We don't want that to happen. How do we stop that from happening? Alright, so let's see. Yeah, we already did that, whatever. Ball dot bounce off. Okay. I can't seem to find that, like, the logic. If game state over, then game over, R to restart, key down R. So your score reinitializes. Oh, okay, where's that if statement again? Place ball back in the center of the screen. Crosses. I mean, I actually don't do that, so, joke's on me, I guess. Oh, I see what I've done here. Alright. So we could place this entire huge thing in a huge loop, condition. So the problem is, whenever we press space, what? I mean, that's what we wanted to do. Oh my god. Why can't I switch windows? Oh my god. It's extremely laggy. Alright. Oh, we need to save that. Now if we check it, it was doing what we wanted it to do, actually. Wait, what? Oh yeah. So look here. The problem is, if we make this, if we keep it like that, and then we have an else, right? Yeah. So this is actually really buggy, and it's not how it should be working. So we could just solve this bug by doing an nested if. So we're gonna put all this in another if condition. So inside an if condition. So this one would be ball dot x is less than 0, or ball dot x is more than 100. So this will say if the ball is anywhere in here, then check for these. Then it won't do the unnecessary pre-spaced, like console logging. So it won't do that. I mean, it will just show 0 for everything. That's just because like we're logging it, right? So we just go in here and paste that in there. Make it look a bit cleaner. So now you see that it's fine, but like if you check it again, you see that, look at that, look at that, oh my god. So you see how the value keeps increasing, and that will result in a memory leak, and then eventually your computer hanging, or just in general just dying, internally dying. So right, we've done that. We can prevent that from happening by saying whenever it's either of these, we could just put the ball back in the center. So ball dot x is equal to 50, ball dot y is equal to 50. Then we want it, if we do that, it will keep moving. So we want to nullify it from any sorts of velocity it still has. So we'll just put both of them as 0. Velocity x is, oh, I didn't put x. X is equal to 0. Alright. Now x and y, alright. So this is working. We also want, if you think about it, whenever, I hate the way like I cannot change to my, with Alt tab, maybe I use it a lot. So now what will happen is, so game state, okay, so this is in the serve state. Once we press space, the game state is in play. And then whenever it goes outside, it will be in game state. I don't think it will be in a game state, so it'll just switch back to serve. So we could just keep doing this. Oh my god. Let's just try that again. So you see? Oh. It doesn't work because we didn't complete the sentence, or like whatever you prefer to call it. Ugh, I hate not being able to do that. Alright. See? It's increasing one at a time. It's not so terrible for your computer anymore. But it still is, because like you can keep going as far as you want. Like these values are repeating. So after a while I'm gonna stop console logging. But before I do that, I want to set a limit to the game. So we want to change the game state after computer score is equal to 5, or player score is triple equals to 5. Just in case if we like tweak the position, we would be able to win, right? So like, can I just switch? Oh my god. Alright, now we want, when this happens, we want to change the game state to over. So the game is over at this game state. Again, game state is a variable used for storing the values of a game, of the values of the state of the game. Oh my god. I can actually not talk. So now we need to tell the computer what to do if the game state is over. Now we could just refer to our brackets code here. Yeah, it did exactly what I just did. Game state over. Alright. Okay. So now all that is working. But if you think about it, wait a minute. What? Right. So now let's just fix a bug first before moving on with the code completely again. So if you notice, the ball goes completely through our, it like breaks everything, okay? So just note that. So that's just helping my computer, you know, not any more renders. Okay. Alright, so if this happens, then what do we want to do? Okay, we can solve that by saying, there's a function in p5.play.js, which is this one. Let's not look into that and worry ourselves with that. So there's something we can do saying, yes, I know there's a lot of if conditions in this game. Because if you think about it, programming is mainly if and ifs and functions. That's technically all there is to it. Like occasional other stuff. Oh my god. Hello? Hi? Alright, so, okay. If what? Okay. Let's go refer to our brackets again. Brackets, hello? You guys don't need the brackets, but still you can like follow along and like, you know, code it yourself. It's much more fun that way than copying and pasting, taking the credit. I made this. Yeah, I used to do that before. It's not fun. So ball dot is touching. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. So if ball dot is touching. So this is a function saying if the ball is in contact to, let's say, player paddle, then we want ball dot velocity x to completely revert itself. So we can just say minus ball dot velocity x. So if it's a positive value and going to the right as it comes in contact, it will go to the left, and the y value will keep continuing. So if we save this real quick, can I save it at least? Thank you. Right, now if I come here, it should be working. See, it gives an illusion of bouncing. Like, that's actually what we wanted. We don't need an unnecessary line of code saying ball.x is blah, 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 blah. We could say a lot of things here, which would be really unnecessary. We can do the same thing so now, actually, before we go on to the computer paddle bouncing, we need to notice that the ball actually never reaches it until, like, off the screen. Whoops. So, look, you see that? Alright. So it goes through the edge. We don't want it to go through the top and bottom edge. We want it to go through the left and right edge, or else the scoring wouldn't work. So we could just do that real quick. Whoops, that's the web server. Why do I open the web server? Alright, so we can just create edge sprites. If you don't know what that is, we can refer to here. Yes, we are referring a lot of times to here. Because trust me, it's helpful, right? Trust me and just do this, right? Okay, we can just create edges. So this will actually be stored as an array, and we can like index into it. If you don't know what those are, don't worry about it. I talked about them in brief in my data types video. Create edge sprites. So again, the boilerplate of this, like the way I start, would be down in the description and with all the libraries and MP3s. So it'll be in my GitHub. You can just clone it and then start working on this, okay? I will not give the entire code unless you ask for it, actually. I'll just give the entire code so that you can look for it, and I'll also give the boilerplate, okay? I'll give both of them. But I would still prefer if you don't just copy the fully done version and actually try it and use that for a reference, like I'm using this one for a reference. Right. So let's be real here. We want to see the scores. We don't always want to console log them, right? We want to be able to see it on our canvas. Like maybe here would be a computer score, and here would be our player score. So we could just do that with a simple text function. Where's it? Simple text function. So we'll just say text. So we are going to use string concatenation. We can use the old school method. There's also a more advanced method of string concatenation. But, guess we're not using the string concatenation because, like, we're just saying the score. We're not saying who scored. We could technically just do this. I mean, you might not know that. So we would just, whatever. We can just do this. Computer score would pop up somewhere. X and Y, because I don't have them decided in my brain yet where I want them to pop up. And then Control-C, Control-VV, because like I need to press that twice. And then we want to do the same thing, but for the player score. Okay, so where do we want them to come? The X value, the Y value would be the same. Let's just say the Y value is 20 for both. 20, and then this one is 20, and then this one is 80. If we check that out in here, those are some huge numbers. They're absolutely gigantic. We don't want that. Okay, oh god. Oh god, we are in trouble. Okay, 170, 20, So you see I've done a similar thing here. Like text size. How do I size the text? If I can. Actually, I don't think I can size it. $20. I think I've done something wrong in my calculations. Right. Oh yeah, this is the starting point. So if this is 20, then we would want this to be somewhere at 75 to look more symmetrical. So like, if you don't understand, yeah, look. So this part is 20, and it was starting at 80, and then the offset from this side was 20 and this side was 20, so it was moved over here slightly. So we could just remove that by just shifting it over to the left slightly. Actually, let's just keep it as is. So now if we just, it's working. The value is changing every time the computer wins. It's changing in the perfect place. So we have a lot of things done. Alright, we gotta get this done. Okay. Now, like after the computer is has 5, I don't know what to call it, then even if we press space, the ball wouldn't move because like we changed the game state over, if you don't remember. And then the space thing should only work if the game state is served. So it's working properly and everything's cool. Alright. Okay. Now what do we do? Right, we have a lot of things done. Now let's work with the edges first. So if we go up in our brackets, edges, okay. Alright, 1 second. If we did that right here. So we want the ball to bounce off of these 8 edges. So we could just come down here after this one, just say another if condition, saying ball dot is touching, and then indexed into 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it should be 2 and 4. 2 and 3. Okay. So the upper one is 2, and the lower one is 3. Or like up and down or whatever. I think you understand what I mean. I hope. Whoops, wrong. 1. Alright. Oh my god, I think I moved numlock. I hate when I do that. Alright, so whenever it's doing either of those, we want it to bounce off of them. So instead of using bounce off, which might not work, we could just potentially revert the velocity y. So ball dot velocity y is equal to negative ball dot velocity y. So it's technically the same thing as this one, but in the y-axis or whatever. Right, now if we try it, let's see how well it works. It doesn't work well. Oh god. We did something really wrong. We need to figure out what that is. So let's just try and copy this. Yes, I know, I'm copying, okay? Yes, I do. Let's remove that part. Is touching edges. Oh, we forgot something. We did directly, if you look, we didn't say what. We didn't even call it as a function. So all we needed to do is technically just do this index into edges, not into the function, because like that would not work. That makes so much sense, and it also makes sense that I'm dumb. Edges, but you should still watch the video. I'm not that dumb. Okay, so now if we try it, I think it should work. I think. No assurance. It's working! And now we have our first point because like the computers go through. Let's go. We're gonna win this match. Right, enough goofing around. So it should work the same way with the upper one, but it won't, like, we can't find out unless we also make it work for the, we also make the thing work for the computer paddle. So I just copied the player paddle if condition for the ball bouncing off of it. We're just gonna change the player into computer, and then voila, it will now, oh god, it will now also bounce off of the, see? Now we have a functional Pong game. We have actually covered everything we had to do, but now don't you think we need like a boundary saying like how far it is away from them? Like in the middle, we can just use a for loop for that. Let's just do this part. I like drawing lines, okay. For let I is equal to 0. I think it's 0. It starts at 0, right? Tell me it starts at 0. Come on. This was the first time I actually used a for loop, and it was in this game. I was just curious, and then, yeah. I'm using let, that's not the ES6 or ECMAScript or whatever it's called, script. So I needs to be less than 100 because that's our total height of the screen, and then it should be incrementing by 20 apparently. So I found out this really weird one. You should actually not use this, but still I like using it because it's wacky. So what does this do? I minus equals minus 10, minus 20. This just technically means plus equals 20. Or just means I equals to I plus 20. I just wanted to put that out there, you know. It's like, I find that funny, okay? Don't judge. I don't really care if you do, but still. And then we want to draw a line, of course. Now the line should be from I. Actually, no, it should be at 50x, and then IY, and then 50x, and then I think. I don't think this is how it will work, but still, you know. Alright. If I come up here, yep, it doesn't actually work that way. I mean, that was expected, so we just needed to do I plus 10. Actually, I'll just do I plus 5, because like ours is slightly smaller. Like if I has already been declared. Let's try var then. Unexpected token. This is weird. It's a for loop. Why are you saying that's an unexpected token? Of course, because I put commas. Not semicolons. Semicolons or whatever you prefer to call them. That just looks ugly. Let's be honest here. You know what? Let's just start it from 10. Probably will look way better. Not 10, then 5. 55. And like with the lines. This might not be as visually appealing, but you get the point of why I'm doing this, I hope. So look, now we know where the boundaries, like, if it has entered your territory or someone else's territory. You know? Right. Everything's looking kind of cool. Everything's fine. Now, we're officially done with the Pong game, but we still haven't done something. Let's say the computer wins 5-0, which actually will happen eventually. Now, we can't play the game again unless we press reload. So we don't want that to happen. After we do this, we are done with our Pong game. So this is the last step, in my opinion. You could potentially, tweak this. That is the best way of learning. You could just tweak this around, play with it, and then, get better at it, technically. Alright, so now we have game state over. Game state play. So now we just need a way for it to switch into game state serve again from over. Game state. We could potentially just say if game state is, if the score is 5, but that would be less intelligent in my opinion. I don't know why, but it's just, this seems like a better way, best practices, so then it will, if game state over, then and if inside of that key down R, we could just constant that up there, right here. Not 882, that's not even a number. That is a number, but that's not an ASCII value. So if key down R, then we want it to, oh god, game state serve player score is equal to 0. Computer score is equal to 0. So now if we go just, whoa, and check that out. Come on, please work. And now if we press R, we can keep going. See? Let's go. So we're done with our Pong game. So I'll leave the code down in the description, and you can work on it, work on the game state. So in the beginning it says press space to start the game, or and when the game state is over, you can just say press R to restart or to play again. We could do those but that's up to you, because this video is getting kind of long. I think it's about an hour now. Alright, I won't waste your time any further. Go ahead, make this beautiful game and show it off to people. It is, you have to agree, it is kind of sleek. I like it. Anyways, see you guys next time. I'll probably post a video this week as well, because I've been slacking on YouTube, so I need to get the grind on. See you guys then next time. See ya. Bye.